OT, Nana, this series just blew me away as soon as I saw it. I loved it. What was it like to be a part of this David E. Kelley series?
How do you?
I had a great time. I mean, I grew up watching David E. Kelley shows, so this was a real like coming home for me, and being able to speak his words was such a delight. It was such a delight.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's something that Nana's brought up a couple of times, which is that there were a lot of theatre actors in the cast. And there was a kind of like sense of that kind of theatre camaraderie, you know, like a courtroom is a theatre in itself, and it was really exciting working opposite, you know, such brilliant actors and actresses, and yeah, it was just a treat, really.
Yeah, and OT, I gotta talk about Nico. That's a good character. I started to really like Nico. A little bit when you got the script. What were you trying to do with the character in order to make him a little different from other characters you play?
Yeah, you know, I thought there was a real opportunity there to kind of like dig into his kind of Machiavellian, self-interested political side. Because, you know, ostensibly he's going for justice. And we can kind of be on his side because, you know, he's going for the right thing. But there was this great undertone in what David wrote, where it was like, oh, but he's got many layers to him. And that kind of multifaceted, multi-dimensional characters like was dotted all through the series, and it makes it so fascinating and so hard to know who's right and who's wrong at any given point, you know.
Yeah, and to get into Detective Rodriguez's character, did you have to go into? Were you able to like hang out with other in the police force in order to develop her?
No, I wasn't. I think more so for me, the thing that makes that character stand out is her relationship to Rusty, and so who's Jake's character. And I think so that was where I placed most of my like kind of energy, was really excavating what that relationship was like before the camera started rolling, like what our history was, you know, like what we had been through together, such that when he starts coming forward as a suspect in this horrible murder of my colleague, I have a nice solid foundation of what we've been through together in the trenches that allows me to be so loyal to him, eventually very begrudgingly, but like, you know, but ultimately the loyalty is founded on our history. So that I felt like was like the most like fruitful place to kind of invest.
Yeah, and before I let you go, Apple TV Plus has come out with some amazing shows. This one is going to be another standout on Apple TV Plus's lineup. What is it like to be a part of this group?
Well, I gotta say, Apple is so good to work with. You know, I think they've got, I mean, I've only had, you know, this and one other experience, but they seem to really empower the creatives and create like an environment where you can really like do your best work. And I'm excited to work with them some more.
Yeah, they're wonderful. The folks at Apple TV Plus, just to second what OT is saying, they kind of really empowered, you know, Sharr White, Miki, obviously David E. Kelley, and the folks at Bad Robot to really just like get in there. I mean, because this is based off of the novel, right? There was a 1990 movie, but that was based off of the novel by Scott Turow. And so, you know, the folks in the writer's room were going back to the original source material and really just like updating it, you know, because that was written in the 80s, certain advances in technology and also just in the way that we, you know, treat and describe women on camera has changed. And so they were able to kind of do a really wonderful update.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. That is my time, and the show's awesome.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Bye.